Good evening. Welcome to J's GrassFed Podcast. This is February recap, garden updates, and a half-year rain accumulation update. So let's get into it. I'm just going to read off every single day and just listen to the temperatures. Listen for the fluctuations. So February 1st, 12 degrees, 75% humidity. High 26 and 50% humidity. I just want to explain real quick. Sometimes the first number I say is the low for the day, and the second number that I say is the high. Sometimes the high is lower than the low, if that makes any sense. So that just might be confusing, and I just wanted to say that. Anyways, so February 2nd, 24 degrees, 70% humidity, 39 degrees, 30% humidity. February 3rd, 14 degrees, 15% humidity. And then it dropped down to 7, -5 with the wind chill. Saturday, February 4th, it was -10. What do I have? So the day before, it was -26 with the wind chill. And it was -15 up at the garden. February 4th, it was -32 with the wind chill. And that was the coldest that it was all season, or that has been all season. The very next day, February 5th, 38 degrees for the low and 48 degrees for the high. So it went from -32 with the wind chill to 48 in less than 24 hours. I mean, at least 24 hours or less. So we got February 6th, 36 and 42. February 7th, 16 and 48. February 8th, 38, 46. February 9th, 31, 43. February 10th, 45, 47. February 11th, 33, 47. February 12th, 22 and 48. February 13th, 31 and 52. February 14th, 39 and 50. February 15th, 45 and 60. February 16th, 44 and 60. February 17th, 52, and then drop down to 41. And then February 18th, 20, 31. 20 and 34. February 19th, 29 and 50. February 20th, 33 and 52. February 21st, 32 and 50. February 22nd, 40 and 36. February 23rd, I didn't get, I only got, oh no, it was 33 and 40. February 25th, 30 and 24. February 20th, February 24th and then 25th, 11 and 20. February 26th, 28 and 35. February 27th, 27 and 40. And February 28th, 35 and 40. And for the month, we had a total of 9 rains, 5 sleets, and 11 snows. That's why I wanted to do the 6 month, technically 7 months, half year, rain accumulation update. Because what I've been observing through the record keeping, which I was finding interesting, is that it was February almost continued the streak of having more rains than snows. So November had more rains than snows. December, I'm going to go over all this in a sec. December had more rains than snows. January had more rains than snows. And we were just on track to almost have more rains and snows, but we didn't. We had 11 snows, 9 rains, and 5 sleets. So I'll go back to June, and then I'll work my way up to the now. So in June, and it started out as a drought year, but we ended up, even in a drought year, we still get a pretty good amount of rain. Usually by fall, the fall rains set in, but we'll see what the years to come have to offer. So June, 6 times it rained. July, 11 times it rained. August, 12 times it rained. September, 11 times it rained. October, 9 times it rained. And November, 10 times it rained, 5 snows. December, 7 rains and 6 snows. January, 11 rains, 9 snows, and 4 sleets. And then February, 11 snows, 10 rains, and 5 sleets. So yeah, it's interesting just seeing what's happening and recording it and being able to look back on those records. For instance, today is the 2-year anniversary of when the garden, me and my buddy actually drew up the plot for the garden. I think it was originally like a 12 by 12, or it's probably up to like 20 by 20 now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the upcoming season. But what I wanted to say about that was that 2 years ago on March 1st, there was still snow on the ground. And I know because I have that picture of when we drew the plot up that first day. Last year, by this time, I was already direct sowing carrots and other cold hardy crops into the ground. The soil was workable by the first week of March. There was no snow on the ground. And now, this year, there is snow on the ground again. But I know from that picture, more pictures from the first season, 2021, that by the end of March there was no snow on the ground. So hopefully or not hopefully, but we'll see what happens. We could get a lot of snow this month, and I could be waiting a while to plant, but still, the ground is still a little frozen, so I'm still waiting to check in the low tunnels. But as you can see from the February fluctuations, I mean, and I have records like that we get 70 degree days in March, possibly. So it'll stay cold. We'll go through multiple cold spells basically until June. But spring is on the way. So 20 days from today, and the vernal equinox. There's not the equinox. It's the vernal. Forget. Drawing a blank on it. But yeah, the alignment of, I don't know, more daylight, animals migrating, more daylight meaning more crops or everything to start to regrow. And yeah, so garden updates. Basically that just kind of tied it all up. I'm waiting for the snow to melt, like I just said, hopefully here in the next 2 weeks, and snow is an insulator, so the ground will definitely on the raised beds will be thawed. I'm excited, and I've been having some trouble with starting seeds indoors. The lights that I bought, I guess, just don't have the right amount of Kelvins, it's called, to produce a non-leggy seedling. But I do have a south-facing window. I've talked about it before, but the apartment next to me kind of blocks some of the daylight, so because they're a little bit close together. But I am able to successfully do like tomatoes, basil, and peppers and eggplants. Those don't seem to get leggy that much. Too bad. If you time it right, you can get them outside before it's too bad. And then, but all the greens like the lettuce, the kales, those the Mizuna Asian greens, those just get really leggy, and I've done a lot of trial and error, and I'm just finding what works inside. I'm banking on starting a lot of seedlings outside, because I definitely want to have seedlings on hand. I see the benefit of having seedlings ready to go into the ground when there's an open spot in the garden / farm, and that's something that I definitely lacked last season. So I have ideas for starting seedlings up at the garden, and yeah, so that's what I got going on. Stay tuned. There will be some more video updates coming. I'm thinking about yeah, it is. It says it on my calendar. I don't know why, I just felt like there was another, but yeah, it's the vernal equinox on March 20th actually. So there's 19 days. Feeling that. I'm feeling good about that. So it's go time. I'll be starting, I have a few tomatoes going in the living room / greenhouse. And I'll be starting some more eggplants, peppers, tomatoes, and basils, and some sages, and some good herbs. Whatever I have seed for, some marjoram, and pretty much everything else is gonna be, besides the seedlings like I talked about that I have ideas for starting up at the garden. and under shade. Everything else is going to be direct sown. So if you time it right, if you have seedlings on hand and you direct sow like every week, just a succession, every week I feel like, or every few days even, you'll be able to sustain a staggered harvest throughout the season. And we'll see what happens, while at the same time planting to a biodynamic calendar. So it's a lot, and I'm looking forward to it, like I already said 10 times. And thank you for your support. And the records will continue to be recorded. So one love, wholeness, J's Grass Fed Podcast. We out.